So you want to become a professional poker player? You just need to put it in your number of hours and reasonable amounts of cash to become more adept with the game you love. A fair warning though, accordingly to poker experts, only an estimated 10% of poker players are considered long-term earners of the game. That means there's a load of poker players who think they're good, but they're not. They often overrate their skill, and once faced with the slick opponents, they often get up from their seats empty-handed. It's a tough and grueling sport and lifestyle. Here are the tips on how to become a professional poker player. Number 1. Do you win consistently? The first thing you need to consider before you turn professional is your skill level. Objectively, assessing your skill level is crucial to ensure that your chosen path is worth pursuing. Going professional means being able to pay for bills relying only on the money you make from playing poker. So if your skill level isn't high enough, you might run into some financial problem if playing poker is your only income stream. So in here lies a much needed reality check. How good are you at poker? You need to know in your heart of hearts that you're not kidding yourself, because the mind is a prison and it's quite an expert in deception to make us believe what we want to believe. Number 2. Keep a record book. What you should do is to keep tabs of your poker performance on a regular basis. You need to have a baseline of data to compare the number of your wins to the number of your losses. According to poker experts, you need a minimum of 2,000 hours to play poker and use the results of those games, win or lose, in order to make a sound case. Number 3. Target monetary gains. As opposed to your regular job that pays you a regular monthly wages, winning at poker on a regular basis is not easy as you think. You need to consider the target amount of cash that you need to pay your mortgage, your tuition, your credit card, and etc. Get your record book and go to the page of your wins and losses, and compute how much you've won and lost each given night, each week, and each month as per the number of hours you played. You'll be your own manager, an employee, founder, and accountant. Number 4. What separates men from boys? Pros versus newbies and your bankroll. The harsh reality is that poker is not easy. Growing up, we've heard old folks say, you have to grind and work really hard, day in, day out. How to become a no-limit hold'em professional poker player is no easy task and requires commitment more than you can possibly imagine. And the most important thing you need to consider is your poker bankroll. Determining your bankroll is a continuation of the importance of keeping an honest record of your game's performance and your financial targets. Your bankroll ultimately determines the stakes you'll be playing. It will help you identify the blinds you're most likely to find yourself playing and the maximum buy-ins you'd allow yourself to have. Number 5. Do you know how and when to walk away? There's a difference between a professional poker player and a gambling addict. This is what separates men from the boys, the pros from the amateurs. The pros know when to quit while the amateurs get stuck. The pros know when to get up from the poker table and leave while they're on the winning side. The losers will continue playing and sometimes embarrassingly leave the table without any cash left and with their chins down. Number 6. The mindset of a no-limit hold'em professional poker player. In hold'em wisdom for all players, Daniel Negreanu said that if you can't forget and let go of a previous bad play, you're not yet a professional poker player. If you're the type who keeps talking about your bad beats, or you can't believe you're made flush on the turn, got outdrawn by your opponent on the river, and kept complaining about it, then you're not yet a pro. Number 7. Dealing with sharp emotional swings. I'm not saying you can't feel bad about it. You should. But you also need to learn to let go. Number 8. Variance and psychology. There are two crucial things in poker: probability, some call it lady luck, and psychology. If you don't understand any of the two, then you're in trouble. You're in a bad shape if you can't accept the variance plays a big role in poker. You seem to be capable of fairly calculating the odds and expected value of a hand you're playing, but you can't predict what's going to happen next. That's right, you can't predict what the next card will be. All you can do is estimate what will come next. The other thing is psychology. It's not the cards you're holding, it's about the man. You need to learn to read other players' style, see their betting patterns, how they played in the previous hours, sessions, or last week, and most important of all, it's about controlling your emotions. Number 9. The big picture. Amassing a lifetime bankroll. We couldn't stress further why your bankroll management is the be-all and end-all of a professional poker career. Think of it this way. You should treat your dream of winning millions of dollars at the World Series of Poker a windfall, not a cash flow. The idea is to beat the game fairly and squarely, one big hand at a time. You don't rush things. You wait for that big hand or play at the right moment and move strong to win enormously. Your strategy should be to never give up what you've worked hard for and to get as much as you can in each game. You need to build your bankroll, manage it, and protect it at all costs because everything depends on it. The last but not the least, number 10. Sure you wanna do this? In summary, you need to show up day in, day out. That's what the grind really means. You need to put your heart out in every game and you can't slack off because it's your chosen profession.